From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia. Drexel University students are back in their classrooms today as a pro-Palestinian encampment remains on the campus. How university officials plan to keep the campus secure.
Also, all Philadelphia city employees will soon be expected to go back to the office full-time. The return date that Mayor Parker has set and how many city employees will be affected.
It'll be another short sleeves day. Kate Bilo has how warm it will get and when we're watching out for the next chance of rain. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the news at 7, streaming on CBS News Philadelphia and on Philly 57. I'm Jim Donovan.
And I'm Janelle Burrell. Welcome to this Tuesday morning. Let's start with that next weather forecast. We had the fog. The sun's on its way, and it's going to be warm out there. Kate, good morning.
Good morning, Janelle. Good morning, Jim. Yeah, it is a warm, steamy day outside, but before we start to really warm up, the steam factor is in place, and it's humid enough this morning that we have been dealing with locally dense fog. It looks like it's starting to get a little bit better. Still can't see the stadium complex in the distance there, but you can see at least a little bit more of I-95, and we are going to see that fog continue to mix out and break up a little bit through the next couple of hours. By 9 or 10 o'clock, we'll start to see a little more sunshine. We're up to 60 at the airport, but the dew point is following right in its wake. It's 59, and that means relative humidity at 96%, southwest wind at 10 miles per hour. That breeze making it feel a little cool, but also humid kind of at the same time this morning. The humidity will stay high this afternoon. Visibility near zero in spots like Millville and Wilmington. And look at I-95 here in northern Maryland, looking really socked in with fog. So something to keep in mind if your travels take you south this morning. We've got fog all around either side, basically, of the I-95 corridor. So fog through this hour. Clouds hang around through the next hour, maybe some fog as well, but then the sun comes out. By 10 a.m. we're mostly sunny at 67, and we are headed for the mid-80s in the city today and in the Lehigh Valley with cooler conditions, but some sunshine down the shore. Coming up, we'll take a look at Memorial Day weekend. But here's Chandler now with a look at your morning traffic. Hi, Chandler.
Good morning, Kate. Yeah, we're dealing with that lower visibility, that fog rolling through our area. Luckily, we can see 95 at our camera here right around Island Avenue, so that's some good news as you travel near the airport. Luckily, nothing to report in terms of delays there, but let's switch directions as you travel into the city. 95 from Bucks County. You'll see you're at your heaviest right around Cottman Ave. It'll take you about 23 minutes. Traveling towards Center City, traveling the Schuylkill Expressway from the Blue Route, you're looking at about 30 minutes. So quite a slow go on the Schuylkill eastbound, not due to any incidents, just that morning volume. It's out there, folks. We're also talking construction now here through the late morning along the Walt Whitman Bridge, traveling eastbound into Jersey. That right lane is blocked, and the rails, a number of delays now in play here. Broad Street line northbound, equipment issues at the Race Vine station has the northbound trains running with delays. We also have delays for the Manayunk Norristown outbound service due to an earlier medical emergency at Jefferson Station. That's just residual delays there. We also have crew shortage issues for one trolley along SEPTA, that's trolley Route 11, and the Riverline service. Nearly 4 to 5 trains currently delayed due to equipment availability, Jim.
Oh boy, thank you, Chandler. Appreciate it. Well, this morning in-person classes are set to resume at Drexel.
The university now ready to ease restrictions that were put into place after protesters set up an encampment on campus Saturday. Our Ross DiMattei joining us now with more on what Drexel's president is calling a phased return to normal operations. Ross, good morning.
Good morning, Janelle and Jim. Drexel's president sent out an email last night saying that they'll be bringing back labs, studio classes, and simulation classes all in person today. However, lecture classes are going to remain virtual. He also called on the pro-Palestinian protesters to disband, saying that the encampment cannot stay there on campus. Here's part of the letter from Drexel President John Fry. It reads, quote, "It has become increasingly clear that encampment protesters have created a hostile, confrontational environment by subjecting passersby to anti-Semitic speech and by issuing several demands that have unacceptably targeted individual members of our faculty and professional staff, a member of our real estate advisory committee, and 2 Jewish campus organizations." Well, this is what the encampment looked like earlier tonight. It's pretty quiet during the overnight hours. Drexel's president estimates that there are about 40 to 60 pro-Palestinian protesters currently occupying the encampment. In a statement on Sunday, Fry said the university has opened up a line of communication with those protesters, but the Drexel Palestine Coalition denies that, saying they're, quote, disappointed in President Fry's unwillingness to negotiate in good faith and reiterating their demands that Drexel divest from any company with ties to Israel. Meanwhile, CBS News Philadelphia spoke with some members of Alpha Epsilon Pi, that's a Jewish fraternity on Drexel's campus. They say some of their brothers went to the encampment with the hopes of speaking peacefully with the protesters, but that didn't go as planned.
We didn't want any crazy shenanigans. We just were peaceful. We wanted to talk to them. We wanted to hear their side of the stories, but they don't want to.
My job is to do two things. One is to uphold the Constitution, which includes the First Amendment, but it is also to preserve public safety.
So you saw District Attorney Larry Krasner there. He also visited the encampment on Drexel's campus, and he spoke with some of the protesters. Right now, there is no timetable for when the encampment could be removed. We did reach out to university officials to see how they plan on removing demonstrators from campus, but we still haven't received a response. Janelle, I'll send it back to you.
All right, we'll see what happens there. Ross, thank you for that. The University of Pennsylvania holding its 268th commencement ceremony yesterday, and security was tight to deter protesters from interrupting the event. For weeks, graduation remained in question with the ongoing pro-Palestinian protests on campus. Friday night, a group of protesters was arrested for attempting to occupy a building on campus. Graduates we spoke with say they were grateful to be able to celebrate together.
I'm just very happy, to have the chance to even graduate in person right now. Some schools weren't able to have commencement ceremonies.
It's been a long journey, but man, I'm just so grateful to be here.
Nearly 6,000 Penn graduates and their loved ones were in attendance. Congratulations.
Breaking overnight, an investigation is underway into the cause of this row home fire in Trenton. The fire broke out shortly before 2 o'clock this morning on Seward Avenue. You can see smoke coming from the 3rd floor there. Firefighters worked quickly to put out the blaze. We're working to find out if anyone was hurt. Also overnight in Trenton, police are looking for a hit-and-run driver who rammed a car into a firehouse. Happened around 3:30 this morning along Stuyvesant Avenue. Police say a pickup truck pushed a car and its driver into the bay door of engine 8. The crash caused significant damage. Right now they can't get out the fire truck because of the door there. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Philadelphia District Attorney's Office has announced the latest round of grant funding for violence prevention. The grant awards are going to 18 organizations that offer programming that's especially important during the warmer months when violence tends to spike.
The focus of these grants are for organizations whose programming is responsive to the reality that a lot of crime is seasonal, and that when the weather is getting warm and people are going to be out and they're no longer in school for the summer, we always see a seasonal effect that involves more crime.
DA says this latest round of grants totaled about $430,000.
Today, Vice President Kamala Harris will be at the Philadelphia Convention Center addressing thousands of union employees. The Vice President, along with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, they're in Philly for day 2 of the Service Employees International Union Convention. More than 3,000 union workers from across the country and Canada are taking part. This is the union's first in-person convention in 8 years. And SEIU members making history yesterday, electing April Verrett as its international president. She is the first black woman to lead the union in its 103-year history. And today, Verrett will be delivering a keynote address to the union members. Also happening today, Aramark employees, they're going to be hitting the picket line, this time at Citizens Bank Park. This is video of those food service employees striking outside of the Wells Fargo Center during the Sixers playoffs games last month. The workers say they're fighting for what they call family-sustaining wages and health care. And SEPTA is holding another round of public hearings on its operating budget for next year. There will be 2 meetings today, one at 10 this morning and the other at 4 this afternoon. There will also be 2 public hearings about the capital budget tomorrow, also at 10 and 4. The hearings are at SEPTA's headquarters in Center City.
Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker is hosting her 7th One Philly Budget Town Hall tonight. Parker's 2025 budget proposal of $6.3 billion was introduced earlier this year. Town Hall will be held at 6 p.m. at Christian Stronghold Baptist Church, that's in West Philadelphia. Meeting will also be streamed live on the city's Facebook account. Mayor Parker will also join Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro and visit Philadelphia to announce plans today for America's 250th anniversary celebration. The big event will take place in 2026. Today's announcement will be at 10:30 at the Benjamin Franklin National Memorial at the Franklin Institute. You can watch the announcement live streaming right here on CBS News Philadelphia. Travel and tourism are vital to Philadelphia's economy. Last night, an event showcased our city's unique culture and vibrant, diverse communities. To share these stories, CBS News Philadelphia's Wakisha Bailey is partnering with the Philadelphia Visitor Center and Visit Philly on a new series called Spreading the Love. The series highlights extraordinary individuals making a remarkable impact in our city.
How could I not go into all of the
communities and find the people that are spreading the love.
That's exactly what we need right now. Our mayor, Sherelle Parker, says we have a hope deficit. And I think what CBS and the Visitor Center and Visit Philly are trying to do is to try to fill that deficit with just tremendous pride and love in our city.
Eagles defensive end Brandon Graham, who has called Philly home for 14 years now, is recognized as the night's MVP, Most Valuable Philadelphian.
I love that, and I love the name of this series, Spreading the Love.
Looking forward to it.
You know, Keisha's going to do a great job doing it, too.